Today is the 24th of April 2024, and this will be our third video on Surds, okay, SURDS, okay, and it involves square root, okay. Thank you so much to everyone that has
I found this on the web for Surds, okay, and it falls square root, okay.
that has
Check it out,
helped
get out.
with the subscription of our platform, and it's helping keep us on the platform, okay. If you haven't considered it already and our videos you like them, please subscribe, okay, share, like, follow, okay. You subscribing will help somebody else maybe get the Gcse, okay, the grade, maybe a minimum of C, okay. I can assure you of that if you diligently look at our videos and you study our materials and you try and practice some of the tips I show you, you should be good, okay, you should be okay, you should even get more than C. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe, okay, please do. And if you receive the video, share, like, follow, okay. If you don't know how to open your own account, ask somebody else to help you. And if you are using somebody's account, please ask for permission. Very, very important. Follow my notes/script, okay. So for instance, here there is a lot of numbers, okay. So if you hear 5 here, it's 25, okay. I don't know how it will happen, but at times I'm watching the video and I'm like, no, that's not what I want to say, okay. That is degrees, okay. That is 115, not 15, okay. So please follow the notes and follow my notes, okay. Please beware of scammers, okay. Please do beware of scammers, okay. Watch last video for recap. I started with the introduction of sets, as I always do. I gave you two rules that is normally that we use, and then we started looking at, we look at how to simplify a single set, and then we look at the multiplication, okay. Today hopefully we'll look at the division, okay. With sets, it's also not like graph work when you can show a lot. It's like circle theorem when you learn it little by little by little. If you look at a lot of sets, you'll be confused. All you need is the introduction and the rules. It's like algebra. So every step you do something, then it leads you to the next step, then it leads you to the next step. By the time you realize, you simplified, okay. So because of that, yesterday I did and the multiplication with you, but I just limited it to a few examples. Today we'll look at the division. So after I've done all I need to show you, then we'll start doing a lot of, we'll do some examples, and then maybe if after that, we'll look at another topic. And then the other examples I have, I might bring it to the starter, or I'll just uh, add it to the possible exam question. The next set I'll do with you. Okay. Now, these diagrams are not to scale. Today, our starter again is circle theory. So now, when you look at it, when you get the question, look at the diagram. Okay, look at the diagram. If you've done these questions enough, you will know what to do. Look, even before you read the question, AOC, it looks like it's going through this center. So this is a diameter, okay? That is also from the circumference center, so that is a radius. So straight away, and this is a chord, that is a chord, that is a chord, and that is a chord. So you have a cyclic quadrilateral, and inside that, you have three radius converging in the center. Okay. Now, I wasn't given this, but all before, because of the chord and because these two converge in the center, this length and this length are equal. So if this length and this length are equal, this angle will be equal to this angle. Another chord, um, radius. So this will be equal to that length. So this angle and this angle are equal. Okay, now this is what I can deduce from what I can see. Okay, the ones I've circled, okay, and these ones I did it myself. I was told BAO is 25, so I was given that. Okay, I was also told ADO, that one is 40. Okay, now we are supposed to find CAD. So CAD, the angle here. Okay, so if ADO is 40, then CAD will be 40. So this and this will be 40. So that's why I have that. Because this and this are equal. It's part of the circle theorem we've learned. Okay. Now find ACB. So AC, okay, B, this angle here. Okay. So what did I do? Okay. If I've been told this is 25, and that is 90, because that's a chord and there, and it goes, so this is 90. So if that is 25, 25 plus 90 minus 180, or 90 minus 25, so that will be 65 here. Okay, or if I take this as a triangle, 25 plus 90 plus something should give me 180, and the only thing that I can get here is 65. So that is 65 here. Now we want to find BCD. So BCD, okay, this angle here. So we want to find BCD. Okay, how do we find BCD here? Okay, so now I know that that is 65, okay, and that is 50, because if this is 50, then that will be 50 because of the isosceles triangle. So 50 plus 65 here is 115. So these questions are easy to gain the marks. All you need to do is to look at the diagram they've given you, and if you can like know that this and this, like this is isosceles, that one, and this are also because of the center and the equal radius, then you can do anything. That is 90. So even though they've just given you this 25, you can use that to help you solve all these angles. So we've done this. Okay, 25 at 65 at 90 will give us 180 for this triangle. This and this are equal. So if this is 40, that will be 40 as well. Okay, so if that's 40, then this will be 50. Okay, if this is 50, this is also 50, because this and this, like this one, they meet at the center. So we've solved the three questions. Okay, and some of these questions they carry 4 marks, and you've got it. Let's quickly look at sets. Today we'll look at the division one. Yesterday we look at the multiplication, which was straightforward. Okay, so you keep on simplifying till you get the sets, but the square root will be smaller. So if like they give you the square root of 90 and you simplify, your answer should be something less than 90. It's the square root of 90. That is what the simplification means. It doesn't mean it should be bigger. It means make it smaller. Okay. So our first example here, our first example is square root of 90 times 45, all divided by square root of 15. Yesterday we tried to do the multiplication aspect. So today all we are adding is a denominator, and then we'll simplify. So here, because I'm introducing the topic, I'm going to take each set, simplify, and then later on we'll put them together. Now, I've told you that your knowledge of the multiplication is very important here. So the square root of 90 will be equal to the square root of 9 times the square root of 10. Okay, square root of 9 will be 3. So here you have 3 root 10. So in place of 90, I'm going to write 3 root 10. 45 can be written as 9 times 5. Okay, so root of 45, we'll write it at root of 9 times root 5. 9 here is 3, so the answer will be 3 root 5. So in place of 45, I can write 3 root 5. Root 15 for the denominator is 5 times 3. So instead of 15, I can write root 5 times root 3. So now, all these 3, root 10, 3 root 10, 3 root 5, root 5 and root 3, I'm going to just substitute in here. Okay, so 90 times 45 all over 15. We have 3 root 10 for root of 90. 3 root 5 for root of 45. Root 5 times root 3 for root of 15. Okay. Now what do we see here? 5 root 5 can cancel out. Okay. So I have 9 root 10 for the numerator and then root 3 for the denominator. Okay. Now, here, 9, I can write it as root 9, root 9, if I want to get rid of the denominator. Or root 9 again, I can write it as root 3, root 3, root 3, root 3. You remember when we were doing the rules, I said the reverse is also true. Okay, so since there's a root 3 in the denominator, in place of 9, I'm going to put root 3, root 3, root 3, root 3, so that this root 3 will take care of this. Okay, now root 3 is the same as 3. And then we have root 3 times 10, which is root 30. So my answer will be 3 root 30. So I've simplified. Okay. That is the first one. So therefore, root 90 times root 45 divided by root of 15 is 9 root 10 divided by 3, or 3 root 30. Okay. I did another simpler version because look, this is very long because I wanted to explain to you. Okay, but look at this. This is a shorter version. Assuming you were in the exam, you don't have all that time because with time, as you practice, you know how to solve it this quickly. Okay, so instead of having all that we are learning, okay, for explanation stuff, root 90 times root 45 root of 10. Okay, now I have root 90, I have root of 45, which I've written as root 15 root 3, and then I have root 15. So instead of breaking it down further, I cancel the root 15 out. Okay, I hope you can see that. So now I have root 90 times root 3. Root 90 is root 9 times root 10. Okay, and then I have root 3. Okay, now root 9 is 3. 10 times root 10 times root 3 is 30. So straight away I have 3 root 30. So 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. I've got the answer. It's the same thing I just showed you. So the more you solve it, you can see this because you realize that. So I did this the shorter way, and I for the people who already know how to solve sets, and then I did the longer way for people who are new to the topic, for me to explain it to you. Okay, but with time, as you do it, I expect you to start quickly seeing your factors and canceling out so that you don't have to go through all the steps. Okay, so this is the shorter version, assuming you already know how to do steps. Okay, but I decided to do the longer version, okay, to show you. So that is the first part. Now let's go on to another example. Okay, which I did the longer version. Okay, so root 60 simplify, although say work out. Okay, root although say prove that. Okay, if they say prove that maybe all this equals to something, then you have to start proving. Okay, you start solving from here. It's easier to solve from inside, it's easier to solve from there and get there to the what you're supposed to prove. Okay, but if the answer they're asking you to prove, you can start putting some of these factors in and work your way backwards. Okay, so now root of 60 straight away. 60 is 4 times 15. Okay, so now here I have 2 root 15. Root 4 is 2, and then root 15. So in place of 60, I'll put 2 root 15. Root 20 is 4 times 5. So I have 2 root of 5. So for the numerator root 20, I'm going to put 2 root 5. Okay, I'll replace that with 2 root 5. Root 15, root 12 for the denominator is 4 times 3. 12 is 4 times 3. So in place of root 12, I'm going to put root 4 times root 3, okay, which is 2 root 3. So if I put all this in that, now I have root 60 times root 20 divided by root 4. So I'm going to put 2 root 15 in place of root 60 times 2 root 5 in place of root 20, all divided by 2 root 3, okay, in place of uh, root 12. Okay, now let's look at what we have. Okay, so 2 root 15 will be root 5 root 3 times 2 root 5 divided by 2 root 3. Okay, so I've just, all what I've simplified, I've just put that in this equation. Now there's a root 5 in the denominator, and there is a root 5 here. Okay, root 3 here, root 3 here. So I'm going to cancel this out. There is a 2 here, and there's a 2 here. So I'm also going to cancel this out. Now I have root 5 times 2 root 5. From one of the rules, root 5 is 5. Okay, times 2, 10. Okay, so all of that, I've simplified it to 10. So the whole of this, okay, please, that is root 12, not 12. Root 60 times root 20, all divided by root 12, equals 10. Okay, so that is this one. Let's look at another example, and then we'll use that for today, and then tomorrow we'll introduce another aspect, how to solve sets, and then hopefully we are bringing them together. Now simplifying, root 70 times root 35, all divided by root 15. Normally these questions will come in the non-calculator, okay? So your knowledge of factors and times table here is very, very important. I can't stress that, because you might not have the calculator, and there'll be numbers like 70, 35, 15, 12, numbers that you can easily break down. Okay, so you should be prepared for it. Okay, now root 70, from the rules we've got, you can write it as root 7 root 10. Okay, root 35, you can write it as root 7 root 5. Okay, root of 15, the denominator, you can write it as root 3 root 5. So in place of this, I'm going to put the simplified part. So 70 root 7 root 10, root of 70 is root 7 times root 10, Root of 35 is root 7 times 5 times root 5, all divided by root of 15, which is root 3 times root 5. Okay. Now, if you look at root 7, first of all, let's cancel out first. Okay. So I have a root 5 here. So this root 5 can take care of this root 5 here. Okay. So that is gone. Now, root of 7, okay, can be written as 7. Okay. Now, I have, so this, so now at the numerator, I have root of 7, root of 10, which I have written as 2 root 5. I've written as root 2 root 5. Okay. One of the root 5 in the denominators have cancelled that root 5 in the numerator. So in the denominator, I have root 3. Okay. Now, root 7 is 7. Root 2 root 5 is 10, divided by root 7. Okay. Now, look at it. I want to get rid of the denominator. So how do I do that? Root 3 divided by root 3, okay, is equal to 1. Okay, it's like 9 divided by 9 is 9. So root 9 divided by root 9 is equal to 1. So instead of keeping my answer this way, okay, I'll write it as 7 root 10 divided by root 3. Now, because the denominator is root 3, I'll divide both the numerator and the denominator by root 3, which will give me 1. Okay. So now the numerator becomes 7 root 30. Root 3 becomes 3, because I want to get rid of the square root from the denominator. Okay, it's called rationalization. I'll teach you that in the next or 2 videos. Okay. So now I have 7 root of 30 divided by 3. Okay, because root 3 will be 3. Okay, I thought I'll bring this here, okay, to just give you a little gist. Okay, so now instead of writing all that, I've simplified this to 7 over 3 root 30. Okay, so this is what I have for you today. Okay, please just take your time, take it bit by bit. Don't come and cramp 10 videos at once. Okay, just take it one at a time. Take the question, solve, go back. Okay, maybe if you are brushing your teeth, you can just watch one video. Okay, or if you are dressing up, you can watch one video. Okay, and then when the topic that you are struggling with, and then when you finish, maybe at the end of the day, copy one question out, watch the video, and then just sit down and see if you can solve it yourself. Okay, because in the exam there'll be no videos. Okay, just sit down. Even if you are able to do the first 2 steps, pat yourself on the back, go back and watch the video, come and continue. Okay, try and understand it for yourself. Okay, that is the only way you can go to the exam room being confident. Okay, please subscribe, share. If you get the video, you watch it, share, like. Okay, follow us on other platforms. Let's keep the word going out. Okay, somebody out there that will be their lifesaver. Okay, so please let's help each other. Follow my notes class script is very important, and take care of yourself online. Okay, thank you so much for watching today's video with me, and I'll see you in the next.